Can you tell us what you know about Solomon Jacob?
I mean, man, I know a little bit about him. He, back in the day, was a real wild character, man. He was, really out there robbing people, stealing, and then, from what I heard, he started into the street game, selling narcotics and drugs and such, and got real heavy in the dope game. And from there, I ain't seen him in like 15 years though, so I don't know what he up to right now. I don't know, but the streets be talking about what he was doing back in the day. Other than that, man, I don't know too much about him. He's a mystery man right now. Like, I ain't seen
what
him
do
like
you know about Solomon Jacob?
Fuck Solomon Jacob.
You mind if we ask you a question about Solomon Jacob?
I don't mind, bro. What's going on? My homeboy, it's the God. What you want to ask me about him?
Hey, miss, do you know Solomon Jacob?
Yeah. That nigga owe me money.
Can you tell me what you know about Solomon Jacob?
Solomon Jacob.
Yeah, Solomon Jacob.
Come on, Solomon Jacob.
Yeah, from Virginia, based out on Power.
Man, fuck Solomon Jacob, man. That nigga ain't shit, man. No, man, I don't fuck with Solomon, man.
Yeah, but Solomon, man, that's the God. He one of the nine. He one of our original nine. We got a posse, you know what I mean? Always been like a scientist. I call him a scientist because he be on some high science shit. He always the one, so you gotta watch him, you know what I mean? If you don't pay attention, you're gonna miss something because the God on point, you know what I mean? So he always been one of them OGs, you know what I mean?
Can you tell us what you know about Solomon Jacob?
Oh yeah, most certainly. I remember way back in the day, that man played football, he was the nicest. There was nobody could do nothing with him. So I used to go to the game as a little dude and watch him and other dudes, but he stood out.
Excuse me, miss. We have word, people have told us that you and Solomon Jacob used to date in the past. Solomon Jacob.
I haven't seen him in about 15 years, but the Solomon Jacob I know is private. He wouldn't appreciate this.
We were told that you grew up in that neighborhood called Bayside Arms, and so we were thinking that you would possibly know a guy named Solomon Jacob. We've heard he hasn't been seen in about 15 years, but we were trying to get some information on him. Could you help us out?
I'm gonna tell you like this, you know what I'm saying? I don't usually drop no dimes, I don't tell no lies though. Yeah, I know that brother. I know the young G. You know what I'm saying? We grew up together. I know his pops. I know his uncles. You know what I'm saying? You know, the young guy, yeah, he was running reckless. He was doing a bunch of shit. I mean, I ain't gonna get into details, like I said, because you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell it all. But on the same note, I'm just gonna say this. Whatever the guy was doing, I heard he back. He around here somewhere. Where? You ain't hearing from me, pimp.
Again, ma'am, thank you for allowing us in your house. We've been traveling around trying to find out as much detailed information about your grandson, Solomon Jacob. As I said, we're shooting a documentary. So we figured we wanted to come to the source to get as much information about your grandson as possible. So you being Grandmama Catherine, from what we've heard, could you please tell us about your grandson?
Solomon was a kind of quiet young man when he was young, but he really a good person from the heart. And really, he's a great boy. But as he growed up, sometime, when you're out there in the world, you get caught up. That was years ago, but he's doing great now. He's great. He's a great guy. He go for it, and whatever he go for, he get it. I think that's why his mother and father named him Solomon. I thought it was a great name myself.
How you doing? Thanks for taking the time out to talk to us. Like I said, we're shooting a documentary on Solomon Jacob, and we're trying to get some detailed information. We heard that you were the football coach, but he was like a young boy, around 10 years old or so.
Yeah, I remember that boy.
Yeah. What can you tell? What do you remember about him?
He was a wild one. I mean, he was one of them kids. You kind of, a big playmaker. A guy that you put him in the middle of a defense and he gonna tear stuff up. I mean, that's kind of what you need, And he was kind of up and down on the school thing, you know, kind of angry guy, but you know, I mean, you could always count on him for stuff, you know. I mean, it's you know, he was just one of them players, you know, you want to have on your team, but you know, you kind of worry from time to time whether he gonna do something and make his mom not let him play, or you know, get in trouble at school or whatever.
Tell us what you know about Solomon Jacob.
Yeah, of course. Legends out here, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know about all them boys, man. We all grew up together, man. Everything. You know what I'm saying? Mark, Burn, you know what I mean? Of course I know all them fellas, man. Been out here for years, man.
What was they up to out here? Can you tell us?
Shit.
This is North Ridge, right?
What? Yeah, of course, North Ridge, based on what wasn't they up to? That's the question you should have asked me, you know what I mean?
What can you tell us about Solomon Jacob?
Man, Solomon Jacob, man, yeah, he was a good dude, man. He was a real good dude, man. He helped a whole lot of brothers out in the streets, man. You know?
Right, I remember when niggas used to have them goddamn soirees and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know about them man. Niggas get fucked up around that
Niggas used to
motherfucker.
pick, and before he went to college, niggas used to pick me up. We used to go to the mall every Saturday. I was a young nigga, man.
Yeah,
He's a real nigga, man.
Yeah, Swalwell a real nigga, man. But he ain't play no games neither, though. He can get grimy on a nigga
Bro,
if he
not
had
even-
to, though,
not-
you know.
not even for
But,
a
you
minute.
know, around the way he kept it family, you know what I'm saying? He's a good brother, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, real good dude, man. I ain't seen him in a while, but shit, real good peoples and shit, man.
Man, fuck Solomon Jacob.
Yeah, I'm right across the street from you, bro.
Man, fuck Solomon Jacob. That nigga a motherfucking pussy. Y'all niggas keep it real. He a pussy ass nigga. Fuck that nigga.
Okay.
So niggas ain't really done shit for the
Hey,
hood.
that
swear to
shit
you, bro,
for the
you know
hood,
I'm
shit. But he ain't been around in a while, you know. He ain't been around in a while, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't say too much bad about him.
You know how I feel about that nigga. Fuck.
That's good. Oh yeah, that's her right there. That's her right there. Excuse me, miss.
Yeah.
We were told that you possibly may have went to high school with a Solomon Jacob. Does that name ring a bell?
Ooh, I haven't heard that name in a while. Yeah, I went to school with him. What about him?
Well, that's what we want to ask you. We're doing like a documentary. We're trying to get some detailed information on him from as many people as possible. Is there anything you could tell us about those high school days? What kind of person he was?
Well, all I gotta say about him is he could have been anything he wanted to be. I mean, he definitely had the smarts. And he did magic on that football field, man. It was something to see. But, you know, like they say, same script, different ghetto cast, right? Lack of role models, no structure. Streets got him. You know how streets have a tendency to work their magic on a man's brain. And unfortunately, he excelled in that. What a waste.